Hello. Yeah, hello friends. I'll make a quick presentation about Make in India. We are the first company in India to make needles, catheters, and other IVF devices for the world. We go to the first presentation. So if you see, India imports 66,000 crores of medical devices. It has gone up from 44,000 crores to 66,000 crores, a whooping 41% increase in imports. So obviously our exchange rates and all that make the cost of any medical device usage more expensive. So our objective was to also help Indian patients with the quality products at an affordable price. And you know, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi came up with a policy of national medical device policy where he is aiming to reduce our import from 80% to 30%, and that's a huge target. But the idea is the focus is on manufacturing in India for the world. We want to be the top 5 manufacturing companies of the world. So a little about Allwin. We have a manufacturing of women's health products, IVF in particular. We have other devices like HSG catheters and embryo endometrial sampling devices, and we are big in urology also. We have the whole range of urology products. We are into gastroenterology. We made biliary stents, nasobiliary catheters, stone removals, and what have you with interventional radiology, breast localization needles. So the range is vast. Our products are made in Surat. We are an SEZ unit. We export 85% of our products through our factory in Surat. We are headquartered in California because I live in California and I'm here for a short time. We are US FDA registered and certified. So all our products are US FDA approved, what we sell in India. The same quality, we do not have an Indian quality and worldwide quality. We have a consistent quality all across. We are ISO 13485 certified. Now, this is where you talked about the art bill, and there was a lot of challenge. When we started, we realized first that in order to sell to international market, we'll need to have certification. And in 1998, I started the factory, and this is our 25th year. In 1999, we started our journey for worldwide certification. And in year 2000, we got our first ISO 9001 and ISO 13485, which is mandatory for any medical device. Now, you must have heard that there are people who give you products in bags without certification, without label, without a license number. Now, the law says you cannot use any product without those manufacturing license on the products. So gone are those days where you have somebody putting in their garage and sending you out and you don't know the certificate level. If you see our documentation, it goes into thousands of paper, and like an art bill, we have proformas for everything, and any time we should be able to provide this documentation to regulatory authorities. We have been audited by Denmark, from US, from Germany, from Switzerland, and the factory has to stand the international scrutiny. The next rule which is coming is 10 times more tougher, and that is EU MDR, that is European Union Medical Device Regulation. We are in the process of getting this regulation. Only 1,800 companies out of 25,000 CE-certified companies have got that certification now. So there's a big gap of that quality regulation, and which we are working on now. Our aim is to provide high-quality products at affordable price. Currently, we are in 45+ countries globally. Our products, you know, the initial resistance was always there. Oh, whether to use an Indian product, what will be the compromise, what will be the challenges? We have gone over it. We have a report from Copenhagen Fertility Institute. Dr. Lindeberg used thousands of our embryo transfer catheters, and we have a report of the success rate there. We are in US, we are in Germany, now if you see 45 countries, our products are already sold in these countries. You will see us in various meetings worldwide. Okay, global IVF device market is expected to be 34 billion. I'm talking about the total market. So it includes media and all the other things. So it's a huge growth happening. And if you see by volume, Asia Pacific is going to also increase. Now, this is not by IVF cycles, it is by the value. So you will see that the growth has been there. Europe and North America, as you know, the cycle cost is very high, but the number of cycles are less. India, I think, is number 3 now after China. China is number 1 with 400,000 cycles. We are at about 250. US is around 250,000 cycles. So there's a growth. And what are the challenges we face? Initially, now also we face this big challenge. There is raw material. All our raw material has to be certified to biocompatibility standards because you don't want to have a catheter which is toxic. And that's why the raw material certification is very critical. India doesn't make any medical device raw material which is certified. And that's a big, big challenge. So all our raw material is imported. Now, if you talk about tubing, you know all the catheters, even the needles which you have the tubing, the tolerance of that tubing is 0.05 millimeter. I'm not talking about 1 millimeter or half, 0.05 millimeter. So that sort of tolerance tubings we need to make sure that your all catheters are combining properly or matching the inner and outside lumen. The biggest challenge I'm facing now is mouse embryo assay. All our batch, a single product cannot be released from Allwin without having mouse embryo testing, assay testing, where 80% plus has to go into the blastocyst and on day 5. And for that, every batch samples we have to send to United States because there is no lab here. I've been trying for the last 2 years to get somebody to develop that lab, but we don't get the strain of embryos which is required. US FDA has a guidance. This guidance says that you can only use this strain of mouse embryos to do your testing. So we lose 4 weeks to send samples back to United States, and then we get a report. Then only we release our products. So these are the current challenges I just wanted to highlight. What we are doing, our growth has been stupendous, and that's why we are increasing our production by 100%. We are setting up a highly integrated extrusion system in-house, which will reduce our lead time. Currently, our lead time is 4 to 6 weeks, 46 countries. We have 70% market share in some good countries like Egypt. We sell about 100,000 needles. And there are many, many countries where our sales have increased phenomenally. And we are collaborating with some labs to do. Please guide us if you can help us to do the mouse embryo testing in India, which is very critical for us to reduce the time to the patient. Our growth has been phenomenal. In the last 2 years, we have tripled our sales. Internationally also, we have got acceptance in Germany, Japan, Canada, Australia. We are certified in all these countries. What are the pillars of this? One is, as I said, quality assurance, certification, and global events. So mouse embryo assay, every batch of our needles and catheters has to go for MEA testing before release. Also, human sperm survival assay. People talk about IUI catheters, they are available. Some people tell me, oh, they are available at 20 rupees. But the difference is that each and every batch of our catheter is released only after we do a human sperm survival assay, which has to have more than 80% motility and morphology approval before we release these products into the market. Okay, certification. We talked about art clinic certification. So this is again a big thing. You can see our C certification for our quality management system and also our product certification. US FDA approval letters for embryo transfer catheters, IUI catheters. Now, a few things we learned hard way because, when you go to US, first we say we do 1 batch and get it tested. No, we have to have 3 batch at 3 time points. Let's say our product expiry is 5 years. We can't say that now we have tested, the product is new. We have to have a 5-year expiry product also be tested. I have only 18 seconds. I'll go very fast. And again, for vitrification, now these are our Health Canada approval letters. These multiple participation as various events because Indian product has to be for the global market. Many times Indian doctors are always very, very challenging to understand that, okay, they don't want to use Indian products. And I think that is the truth, because over the time it has not been very well accepted. But now you see we are in the worldwide market with quality products. So we are focusing on increasing our production capacity. As IVF clinics, you need very trained specialists. We also have a training sessions for everything. The documentation, amount of documentation required for these testing is enormous. And we have to have our trained and motivated human resources. We are licensed. Now, example, Russia. We are working for last 1.5 years for getting our approval. They go so deep and so much file they need. The paperwork is like 2,000 papers for one device. Then only it gets released. So we are working on that. IVF is growing, and we have a good tailwind. We have an opportunity to scale up production, and we have a global expansion. I know we have a time constraint. Thank you so much for your attention.